It was making me download the fucking app on my phone and shit in the bed.
You're good. You're good. How are you?
I don't know why. It just wasn't fucking loading. I'm like pressing and fucking and getting all the clicks and the double clicks, and it just wasn't working. I'm like, fuck. Right. I am good. Let me scoot in the center. Here we go. What's up, boys? You ready?
Yeah. All right. This interview with Ian Machado Garry is brought to you by Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know we love Game Time. Whether we're getting out to a live event, a concert, a football game, a comedy show, a fight, whatever it is, we're using Game Time to pick up those tickets. With their Game Time Picks feature, it makes it even easier to get out to a game, a fight, whatever it is. I'm looking right now at GameTime.co, their website. The Game Time Picks feature, you can get into UFC this weekend, UFC 310 in Vegas, for $96, under $100 to go see the fights, go see this amazing card we've got in front of us. That is a great deal, and a deal you can only get at Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Go ahead, Jack. What were you going to say?
We may have a little deal to spice it up if it's the first time using the Game Time app.
We do have a deal. I'm glad you said that. It's code BACKFIST for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, create an account, redeem the code BACKFIST. You'll get $20 off. Download the Game Time app today or go to their website, gametime.co. Very easy to use. The best prices out there. What time is it? Game time.
Oh.
Now, enjoy this interview with Ian Machado Garry. All right, it's the Spinnin Backfist podcast. We are back with Ian Machado Garry. It's been a long time since we've talked to you, and we're here to talk about, I would say, the biggest fight of your career. You've got Shavkat and a quick opponent change as well. You were supposed to fight on a different card. Now you're fighting on this card this weekend. How has this been? I assume very hectic, or no?
A hell of a lot of fun. It's hard not to have fun when you have one of the most dangerous men in the division in front of you. You get excited by it. There's people who will get excited and there's people who will get anxious. I'm the type of person who sees this challenge, sees this mountain and goes, I want to go climb that. Let's go have some fun. So I'm ready.
How does that all go behind the scenes? Like, you have the fight booked with Buckley. Then, like, where are you? You get this phone call. They say, "Hey, Shavkat, how does it go behind the scenes?"
So I was in Thailand, preparing for Joaquin Buckley. So I was out there. I flew out there. There was a friend of mine training, Chris Curtis, big middleweight, shocky southpaw power puncher. Very, very talented, very good body. He's helped me with Jeff Neal, and I asked him to help me with my preparations for Joaquin Buckley. So it's like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'm passed out asleep, and I just hear my wife on the phone. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I get out, and she's like, Ian, come here, quickly. I'm like, why? She's on the phone to my manager. He rang her because I didn't answer. She's like, your man Lloyd's on the phone. And I'm like, oh, no. Normally, when I'm getting a midnight call or something like that from manager, my opponent's out, and I'm going straight to this whole process of going, they want me to fight number 16 in the world. You know what I mean? Vibes. I'm like, I don't want this. So I'm like, right, Joaquin's out. They want me to fight Shavkat. He's like, what's up, Ian? No. Joaquin's not out, but they do want you to fight Shavkat. I'm like, all right, yeah. Go tell them yes. That's it.
As you're preparing for this, now, phenomenal story. It's funny, especially for us fans and, media members, quote unquote, hearing the behind the scenes. It's always fascinating. But as you look at how the media treats Shavkat, and you look at both your guys' resumes, and then not to say that they treat you poorly in terms of your skills inside the yes, but they kind of look at your two guys' difference, your two guys, and they Shavkat, future champ, Ian Garry. It's almost from the media's perspective, we'll wait and see. Did you find that a little bit disrespectful?
I'm not the most liked fighter in the world. Let's put it that way. All right. So already that puts me at when they bring me up to like, oh no, he's not that good. Also, if you watch any of my fights and you forget about whatever you've heard about, whatever fucking bullshit lies you've ever heard, and you watch the fights and you focus on the skill set, there's nothing negative that you can take away from my skill sets. I'm incredibly talented on the feet. I'm fast. I'm clean. My shot selection, my combinations are beautiful. I've been traveling the world and learning and growing. You know, I've been learning jiu-jitsu from Damian Maia and Charles Oliveira for the last year and a half. Do you know what I mean? I proved it in the MVP fight. That man should have been sleeping with the fishes after 4 minutes. That's on me. I made a slight minor error. I can guarantee if I get that opportunity to put Shavkat, I'm putting him asleep. So when I look at my resume and I look at his resume, obviously 18 and up, 18 down, 18 finishes, phenomenal. Fair play to you. I'm 8-0 in the UFC, 15-0. All I've ever done in my career is one. I have more fights in the UFC, more wins in the UFC than Shavkat. I have more knockouts in the UFC than Shavkat. I have more wins over ranked opponents in the UFC than Shavkat. I am more active than Shavkat. You can say what you want about Shavkat. You can call him the boogeyman. You can say he's special. You can say he's this. You can say he's that. But if you're going to say that about him, you better hold me in the same regard. And if you don't, then that's called opinion. And that's bias. And I'm ready to go out there and I'm ready to prove that I am just better than he is.
You mentioned Charles Oliveira there. I saw that this week you said he's going to be in your corner for this fight. What has it been like working with him? And what was that decision like to, actually choosing he's going to be one of your cornermen?
He's just a phenomenal energy, dude. He's just different. There's just an energy about him that is just so sinister. Just like Joker. Like, did you see that man rock up the press conference in his red suit? Like, he looked like he was fucking Scarface. He was just short of whipping out a minigun and say hello to my little friend. It was just like he's just got that look about him of like that sick, twisted, maniacal kind of look about him. But then he's the most beautiful, caring, kind man at the same time. I've seen him with his wife. I've seen him around his teammates. He's an amazing human. And yeah, he's just a great energy. So it's an honor to call him a friend.
I was going to say an extra little caveat, I think, to this fight is obviously that you've trained with Shavkat before, and a fair amount. I'll say two parts of it. How much do you think you'll use some of the things you remember from training with him in the fight, and how much do you think the training just in general with him even matters, like for both of you?
I think the training mattered for both of us because it was, without being said, it was a slight kind of test. Okay, this kid's a young up-and-comer. This kid's another young up-and-comer. Let's have a play around. It's sparring. It's training. It's not fighting. Shavkat never went to 100%. I never went to 100%. We didn't go in there and fight each other. We trained. So I think there's obviously things that he and I can, if we wish to, or if we want to try and hold on to something from those training sessions, we possibly could. But they were a long time ago at the same time. And I believe that he may not be the same fighter. I know for a fact I am not the same. So it's going to be fun to go out there and put our skill sets on display for the world to see on December 7th.
Yesterday, you told Ariel Helwani that you plan on winning the welterweight belt, which we have always known that was your plan. And then you plan on going up to middleweight and winning the belt there as well. Have you always wanted to become a double champ? Obviously, the Irish side of you, Connor, of course, is the double champ. Though, ooh, that looks good. Has that always been a goal of yours, or was that something? Sometimes I see you in interviews, and not to say you don't mean what you say, but I think sometimes you put on a show a little bit, and I just wanted to double check to make sure that you want to be and go up to the middleweight. I would love to see you go up there, but
right. Well, let's break it down first, because I'll answer that question. What have I ever said that hasn't been honest?
Not that it's not honest. I'm not calling you a liar.
No. I'm definitely not a liar. Everything I've ever said in my life is truthful. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
If I tell
would
a lie,
say
I have
more.
to remember the lie.
I think you're a showman.
I be me.
I think you're a showman in a way that you sell fights, which is like that's part of the fight game.
100%.
So, but maybe I put too much into the showman category, and you know how to make headlines, which is good.
I'm not
you sell
calling
fights.
you out. I'm just curious. I'm not calling you out. I'm curious is what you mean. Because I had someone have the audacity to send me a message recently and say, "Oh, I thought you guys were just jumping on the media bandwagon." I said, "What the fuck you calling me? You saying I fucking talk shite? If I'm putting out on the line that I'll fight Shavkat, you think I'm just doing it? No, I'm game. Everything I've ever said in my life, I'll tell you this now so you get this is clear and it's done. If I have said something is something, that it is it. That is 100% the truth, because I don't lie. I don't need to lie in this life. If I lie, I have to remember a lie and I have to stick to a lie. And that just isn't the energy I ever want to have. I will tell you the truth, and the truth is easy because it's just remembering, right? You just be honest, and being honest is the easiest way to go in life, right? I don't talk shit. I absolutely sell the fight. I absolutely am a showman. It's in my blood. It's in my bones. You walk down Dublin, you go down the main streets of Dublin, you'll hear fucking 15-year-olds say the same shit. They're hilarious. The way we talk, the way we joke, it's all about that banter, that laugh, that almost ego jokes.
Yeah.
When I tell you now that I have said I would love to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov, which I believed would have been for a UFC title, because I didn't believe necessarily this opportunity would be now. I believed it would have been after he fought Bilal. I would have fought him for a world title. I will have beat him, got the belt, and at some point in life, whenever the stars line up, I wouldn't mind going up and fighting Khamzat Chimaev and taking his O2 and taking his belt. When I say that, I mean it. That might never happen, but I absolutely would love that. When I look at Khamzat and I look at Shavkat, I think, holy, look at those two guys. 18-0, undefeated. What's Khamzat now? 15-0, undefeated? 14-0, I don't know what his record is at the moment. But look at what he just did to Robert Whittaker. How can you look at him and go, wow, that kid's incredible? Wouldn't it be awesome to see a fight with me and him one day for a world title? Wouldn't it be awesome to see me move up a weight and fight him? And wouldn't it be an upset if I went out there and I beat him and I beat Shavkat and I'm the two-weight world champion, and I've just taken out what many people in the world would say they are two of the scariest guys in all of mixed martial arts.
What about Bilal? Is Bilal a past thought for you?
Bilal is going to be a walk in the park when I fight.
Okay, all right, okay.
Right? I have all the respect in the world for Bilal. He's the champion. You got to give him the respect he deserves. His pressure is great. His wrestling's phenomenal. He doesn't wait. He goes. He switches stances. He punches. He pushes forward. He does not stop. But I just simply will be able to manipulate him in ways that he has never, ever seen.
Wow. Well, I hope to see it one day. I mean, I hope to see everything you just laid out in front of us.
Me too. Let's make it happen.
It would be a hell of a story, hell of a career. Ian Garry, thank you so much for the time. This weekend, obviously, we've got Garry versus Shavkat. It's going to be an amazing fight. Looking forward to it. Best of luck and best of skill.
I appreciate it, boys. All the best. Get ready. Sit back and enjoy.
Good luck, brother.